Like the rest of the build, the gun mounter has been an incredibly challenging piece, but Beau has finally got it to a point where he's actually happy with it. But before it can be called complete, there's a lot of small details and accessories that Beau has to restore and fabricate. Hi, I'm Kurt from Oz Armour, and welcome to Workshop Wednesday. Over the last few weeks, Beau has been tweaking the mount he's been working on and finally managed to test fit the gun and top blend. I think you'll agree that after over 2 years of work, it's very exciting to see some big visual progress on the Stug. While we wait on some more parts to arrive, Beau is going to be working on these. We're calling them the Traverse Travel Lock and Wheel Guide Assembly. If you know what the real name is, let us know.
In this diagram here, it shows the earlier type. It's listed number 4. Over here, it says guide. It's like an assist, a wheel assist assembly that just helps the gun traverse smoothly, and it stops the gun from putting too much pressure on the front pivot point. Want to get this working? Definitely, yeah. I'll get this working. So I think it's pretty simple. It's just a wheel. It's running on just steel on steel in there with a grease nipple here.
And there were 2 of them?
Yeah, one on each side of the back of the gun cradle. And I'm pretty sure that this would just slide up and down on here, and it looks like it's adjustable on a bolt. First thing I might do is try and remove the wheel off of it. So I'd say that you just remove the grease nipple, undo the nut, maybe heat this surface up so we can hit this pin through, because this is larger than the hole in the wheel, so it must come this way. Got some sort of tab inside. I haven't seen like a grease nipple like that before. It's got a floppy tab on it that I don't know why they have that. Maybe to direct the grease different ways. I'm not too sure. That was just the design back then. But this would have looked exactly like this one before it was corroded. Same idea with the ball and the spring in the middle, obviously. But the modern one doesn't have the directional tab, I suppose, on the back.
Interesting.
And a slightly shorter thread. Take this washer off here, and then we can see in behind it, see what the go is. Okay, so there's the keyway on the top. Stop the shaft rotating, so the wheel can only rotate without pulling the shaft along with it. And this here, hitting on this end here is not going to be the best idea because it's got a hole in it for a grease nipple, so all the strength has been taken out of this bolt here. Yeah, that might be the best way to do it. Like you said, put a punch inside. Sitting on here is not going to be the best option.
Perfect. Nice.
Let's heat this here up red hot so it can expand and let go of the shaft in there. How's that there? Good?
Yeah, that's perfect.
That's a good spot. You wouldn't think it would be that tight in there. It was still pretty tight. See, it's just steel on steel. No bearings or anything.
Gee, what a surprise.
I don't know, yeah, I was expecting like a double roller bearing or something.
Yeah.
Made from bronze. The shaft is what brings this slide up and down, so there must be a thread in there it lines up and down on. Man, there's just so much crap stuck in it.
Yep.
I'm taking it out, cooling it because there's too much heat in the thread.
Bolt is seized solid to the thread. If Bo were to keep turning it, then the whole thing would twist, making the piece useless and a lot more difficult to extract without causing further damage.
Okay, well that's good. The whole thing's moving, so instead of me just trying to unwind it, I'm going to just go back and forth. I'll take it up to where it goes tight. I'm going to work it back and forth with some lubricant spray. Go back with it. Okay, we've got a lot of movement there. So back, forth. Oh, there goes that spring. As you go up and down with it, it sort of loosens the stuff out and it starts pulling out the bottom. Yeah. Okay, we got it past its real stuck point. Now we'll just come straight out. Yeah.
Nice thread. Wow. Now that's German engineering.
Yeah. Now, it's got this crappy old spring stuck to it. just the corrosion had just eaten away at it completely. Look how weak it is now. Oh. Now. Wow, okay, so see, that's why I didn't want to just go breaking this bolt off, because it's not just your ordinary bolt from Bunnings. So you got a thread, and then you got a tapered down shank, and then it comes back up again, so it seats nicely in this round part here. And at the top, you got a dome-shaped part with a hex on it, and then this part here, this has got a roll pin through it, so this is like a locking washer, and then this piece here is part of the mechanism to undo and do up this nut here. And then it's also got a recess that sits in this recess here. It's quite a complex sort of design, and it's purely there to tension, to lift and lower this block here.
As always, with German World War II military equipment, we are in awe at both the incredible craftsmanship and engineering of even the smallest, insignificant pieces like this. We're also amazed that someone thought this was the best way to lock the gun's traverse mechanism in a wartime economy.
Hold up. Oh, damn it. That's okay.
You missed it.
Missed it.
Hang on, I'll put it back in.
No, that's okay.
So what we've got to do with this piece here is we've got to get this roll pin out, which there'll be no way that we'll be able to hit it out. It's just next to impossible with something that's corroded this bad. We've got to get this off, and then we can get this piece here off. So what I might do is just wire wheel this just to get some of the loose sort of rusty stuff off, and then go from there.
For the folks at home, Bo, what is a roll pin?
It's actually a hollow pin with a split down one side. So you drill your hole through, and then basically you tap this in, and the whole sides close up, locking itself in basically. Right. But you don't need these two sides to be touching. You don't want it to be that tight, otherwise you probably won't actually hit it in. So it's just got to be sort of a firm fit. It doesn't have to be smashed in. We're trying to retrieve this one here. It's quite tricky because inside was caked full of rust and dirt. Cool. Alright, that just helps us a bit. It helps this stuff for the next drill bit to pass through the hole and go down. So this is slightly smaller than the size of the roll pin, this drill bit, and now it's shorter as well because it's just snapped off.
Oh no! Yeah. So that's helped us immensely.
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go.
Is that it?
Yeah. Now that one's stuck.
So this is a 3 mil drill bit.
3 mil drill.
Very easy to break. Leave it. So that's what
Grabbed
we've
it.
got. Alright, so that's what's left. So basically just cutting it down so it makes itself so thin it just collapses on itself.
Smash it. No heat required.
Easy. Very good. What's that?
Do?
Clean all the rust off. I'll run some emery paper on the inside of the hole, and then I'll also clean this surface up just so everything's free.
Bo cleaned up these parts off camera with the wire wheel. After some primer to prevent any rust, it's time for reassembly.
So this is an original roller that's from our roller mechanism that we're restoring. As you can see, it's got a lot of pitting and flat spots on it. That's going to cause issues with allowing the wheel to roll.
How come you couldn't put it on the lathe?
Because then you'd take too much material off of it. You could build it up if you really wanted to, but we found it easier just to make new ones.
Okay.
And so that's what we've made here. We've just copied exactly the dimensions of that one, and we've got a perfectly machined surface, and that's going to roll really well. Yeah, the gun will traverse really nicely with a wheel on it like that, instead of something that's pitted.
Maybe it'll turn up in the shop one day.
Maybe, yeah.
Nice. Yep.
So that ridge goes like that. Next bit is put the bolts in, and this bit goes on top.
It's a nice looking bolt.
It's the original.
Yeah.
Tricky to fit. Just put that in there.
It took a long time, but Bo also fully welded the mount.
The one we just did, we're putting up first.
Going nowhere.
This entire handle setup here was just purely to lower and raise this block here.
There's an endless amount of fittings, accessories and details to be fitted to this piece, but we have a perfect base to work from now. Glenn and Bo have worked really hard on this build. It's been the most challenging project we've taken on yet, but this year, at some point, we will have a video of this incredibly special Stug 3G roaring around our track at Oz Armour Fest. But that's all we have time for today. Join us next Wednesday for your weekly tank restoration fix. So until then, I'm Kurt from Oz Armour, and I'll see you on the next one.